30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 29-yard line.
Set 50, plant. Nice, sweetheart.
Throwing on first down. Fisher, a screen to Bell. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Switch. Come.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Fisher. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game is advanced, you're wanting a little bit of everything out of all of your guys. But let's just go ahead and break it down and make it simple. The guy who's the right defensive end versus a right-handed quarterback, that's the blind side. He's going after the quarterback. He's going to put him on the ground.
Looking to throw. Fisher. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. The 20, and he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey, 44 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Next to score, Jets 7, Bills 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bills take over 1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Allen. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
3rd down and 9.
Hey, 20. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Alert, alert, alert. Screen. Mike 20, Mike 20, Mike 20.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Jenkins with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. Gets it away, and I don't think Peterson will get a chance to touch this one. Angling for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Fisher caught here by Bell. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
From the gun on 3rd down. Fisher caught by his tight end Wesco. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Slip. Out. He's coming. We got clear. Get it.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Wesco, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Taylor. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Skip the oar. Watch Twitch. Watch Twitch. Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Shaquille Barrett in on the tackle.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. Here we go.
Snap.
2nd and 5. It's complete. Stills. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kenny Stills, 29 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On play action, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And look at this, it's a fake. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Set, ready? 18 Gators.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Check. Go. Check. Go.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
6-6, pull it high.
To throw on second down, Fisher. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
90, Wolf. Let's go, D. Watch the side.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready, go. Ready.
On second down, it's Bell. Down to the 25. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
64, weak. Now.
49 to Mike. 49 to Mike.
So don't say nothing. Hey, exit. Shoot.
On 3rd down, Fisher. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. From the 44, Allen. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 46-yard line.
Ready.
20. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL.
Ready.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Here we go. 15 line.
Mike 49. Mike 49.
Look, squeeze.
Hey, switch gears.
Back to throw. Fisher. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
319.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Allen now on first down. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A big play there. 48 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
This quarterback now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first and 10.
Yep.
Keep it up. 49. 49 to Mike. 49 to Mike. Here we go. 49.
Rock it. Hit it.
Looking to throw. Fisher. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. A final shot before break. Fisher. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
Here we go.
On 2nd and 12, Allen. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Aguilar has it. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 44-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Allen now looks to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
58, come on. And I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, it's Hunt. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Allen. And he finds Safarian Jenkins. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Allen to throw it. The quick slant cut. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
On the ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 1st and 10, Fisher going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 72 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And when you're thinking about your opening drive in the third quarter, you're thinking about exactly that, putting together a drive. But instead, what did we get?
Big pass downfield, touchdown. I thought, okay, just sitting back in my chair, let's get eased in, a couple runs. No, boom.
Yeah, forget the body blows, folks. Let's throw the big shot right now.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Right. He's tight right here.
Throwing now is Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. A big play here for the Bills, and even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, Fisher. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lamb. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Stills the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Ready? 60 or.
Watch the slant. 25. Check 25.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Hey, Charlie. 49 to Mike. Watch 49. Get the ball. 49, guys. Mike, 49. Let's go.
From the gun, Fisher. Throw left side complete. That's Lamb. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets will extend their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Down 80. Mike 20. Hey, watch the leg.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 21-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 50 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's 2nd and 8. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Chris Herndon, and it's 3rd down. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Fisher. This is Johnson. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. In for the score. And the Jets will extend their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
They run again with Hunt. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
It's going to be a long day.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the pistol, it's Bell. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it. A loss of a yard. Brings up 4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll run again with Hunt. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
Well, you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing: get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Allen going to throw. Hard throw, incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. You were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
We got